What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Be Green. I'm your host, Greg Goldner, and you know Be Green. It's the show that makes being green, well, just a little bit easier. We have got an epic show lined up for you today. We're gonna hit the world-famous Santa Monica Pier, and then Natalie's gonna hang out with a world-famous chef, and then I'm gonna take you to a restaurant that's changing the way, well, the world looks at seafood. You ready? Let's do it. Guys, we are here on the world-famous Santa Monica Pier alongside the world-famous Jim Harris, Deputy Director of the Santa Monica Pier. Jim, thanks for the time. I appreciate you.
My pleasure.
Having us up here to this amazing access overlooking the Ferris wheel. I mean, come on. Doesn't get any better than this. This is a special place for you, isn't it?
It is. It's a very special place for me. It's basically been my home for 24 years now.
You're living on the pier. I think you can live. You can't sleep on the pier.
Not literally, but I spend so much time here, and I enjoy all the time that I spend here. I do consider it a home.
Some of the things you're working on, and one of the biggest things you've been working on lately is the brand new Pier Shop. Tell me a little bit about the Pier Shop.
Well, the Pier Shop is it's actually part of our company's new rebranding of the pier. We brought in Jay Ferran from Tom's Shoes. He's our new executive director. And he's rebranded the pier. He's created the whole Sun Deck Waves new logo.
Oh, I see. Fancy.
Exactly.
Tell me about the logo. Yeah.
We're celebrating 100 years of sun, deck, and waves. All right. So it's basically what the pier is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've opened up this new shop to help with that rebranding and help get the spirit going. The shop celebrates the history of the pier and brings it to a contemporary lifestyle. You can find nice T-shirts, nice tank tops, postcards, you name it. We've got some really cool stuff, and it all celebrates 100 years of sun, deck, and waves.
So you literally have it all, and guys, it wouldn't be Santa Monica if it didn't have an eco aspect to it. So if you don't mind, can we head down there, check it out, and maybe you can show me how you guys made it a little eco?
Absolutely.
Cool. Let's do it.
Okay. Good.
Jim, I gotta be honest with you, I'm really excited to check out the new Pier Shop.
Yeah, well, me too. But before we go in, let's check out this water fountain.
Okay, cool.
Quick, okay?
Yeah.
It's the first refillable water bottle station that we've had on the pier, and we hope to add a couple of more. But what it does is it helps to eliminate the need for single-use bottles. What you can do is come here, refill the water bottle you brought, and move on. It's free, it's economically friendly, and it's just a really great addition that we've got here.
So single-use.
Single-use, just like that one.
Like
yeah.
you got here.
Yeah.
All right, so it's easy enough. You just put it in here, and then you press the button, and it's filling.
There you go.
And so then that totally eliminates having to throw it away, buy a new one, right?
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, well, what if I wanted to get something different? You got something else I can fill up here?
Sure, we have a great water bottle for sale inside the store.
All right, let's check it out. This Pier Shop is awesome. Not only do I love the way it's decorated, because I'm into the whole nautical thing, and we are on the pier.
Sure.
But you've got so many cool clothes here.
We do, and it's all locally made.
All the clothes are?
All the clothes are locally made in the LA area. All from the T-shirts to the board shorts. The board shorts actually are from the original designer of board shorts, Kaiten.
You know what? You've got so many cool things that are ecologically friendly here, but you've also got some really cool history here. And one of the things that we talked about earlier is right behind you is Pete Peterson.
Pete Peterson was a lifeguard. He's considered by many to be the greatest waterman of all time. He was one of the original Santa Monica lifeguards, and he was not only good at saving lives and in water sports, but he had a knack for inventing things, and was an excellent carpenter too. He created the Peterson paddleboard, which there's one hanging up in our shop. Also, he was the creator of the Peterson tube. Now, this is the lifeguard tube that you see all over the world.
And now, some of the furniture in here is also green and environmentally friendly, isn't it?
It is. Actually, this cabinet right here is actually a box that we collected from a marine salvage yard.
So you're all about reusing, recycling, just whenever you can.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Jim, thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us. The history, the Pier Shop, it's just awesome. Guys, if you want to find out more, www.santamonicapier.org. I'm going to buy this water bottle. Natalie, I'm putting it on your tab. Sorry. Guys, the number is 17 million. What that is 17 million barrels of oil. That's what it takes to produce the number of single-use plastic water bottles consumed in the United States every year. That number is freaky. That's scary is what that is. All right, I'm gonna get a little lighthearted now. Natalie, I know you're a foodie. You're with some chef. I'm kind of jealous. What are you guys doing out there, huh? Make me jealous.
with Chef Ray Garcia of Fig Restaurant. How you doing?
Good, Natalie. How are you?
Wonderful. I have to say I'm a huge fan, not to be a stalker, but you're really well known in this area, and we're so happy to be talking to you today. So.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. And you guys actually have a little stand at the farmers market here on Wednesdays, right?
Yep. Once a month we come out here to the Santa Monica market and we bring some of our favorites from the restaurant and then a few items that we bring just for the market.
That is so nice. Now, okay, you guys are all about sustainability at Fig, and why is that so important to you?
Well, it's a huge part of what we do because we really take our responsibility serious outside of the kitchen. We have a lot of great chefs who are working with us and for us in the next generation. We want to make sure that we preserve the land, preserve our oceans, and we do that by just a lot of sustainable practices. Where we source, what we put on the menu, how we prepare it, and what we do with some of the byproduct and the waste.
So what would you say to other restaurants or other chefs that they want to implement sustainable practices, but they think it's too expensive or it's too much of a hassle? What would you say to them?
Yeah, it's definitely worth it,
Okay.
is what I would say. From a chef standpoint, even from a business standpoint. It's not as expensive as people make it out to be, and your guests will appreciate it. People understand nowadays the difference between great local in-season produce and stuff that's coming from a freezer or that's traveled 5,000 miles to come to your plate.
So what other sustainable things do you guys do at Fig? I know there's a few others, right?
We do. I mean, the sustainability side goes beyond just how we source, but it's what we do with our waste. We have our fry oil that's turned into hand soap for the restrooms. We filter our own water, so we have filtered water in glass bottles. We have a bicycle valet to really kind of get some of those, encourage the locals to if they're not going to walk, then to bike to the restaurant rather than drive.
That's great. And you guys actually, when you go to the farmers market, you walk your produce back to the
Yeah, we
hotel?
walk the produce back to the hotel. So we have some carts that come down and then we just wheel it all back.
Reducing the carbon footprint in more ways than one at Fig. That's so wonderful. Now I'm seeing some little skillets and little burners back there, and you guys are making a bunch of stuff, right?
We have a bunch of items on the menu. I'm going to show you how to make one of them. It's one of our signature dishes. It's been on the menu since day one.
Oh, I can't
It's
wait.
a vegetarian item, and it's something that rotates seasonally. So
Oh, I
you'll get a
can't
chance
wait.
to make it together.
Good, thanks. I'm going to help you out. Thanks,
Sounds
Chef.
good.
Let's do it. Okay, Chef Ray, what are we about to make?
So we're going to make our warm Scarlet Quinoa. It is kind of in between a salad and a hot dish.
Right.
It's called the warm quinoa salad. The first thing is we have some Swiss chard.
And you cook what's in season, right?
We're cooking what's in season. So we have just a little bit of Swiss chard. Again, this has just been wilted down. Very fancy,
I love that sound.
Fancy grill here.
No, this is great that you can do this.
Yeah,
at
so
the
you can
market.
do this in the market. You do it on a camping trip. You can do it in your backyard, wherever. So we have some carrots. During the fall, we usually will switch into more of a butternut squash or a hard squash. Again, they're in season and it makes a little bit more sense at the time. Edamame,
Okay.
great source of protein. This is a vegetarian dish, and it's but it is very filling.
Yeah,
It's one
and-
of those few dishes I say I wouldn't have bacon to.
Oh, there-
That's rare for
There's not many,
a
right?
chef. There's not many. If you can just throw in maybe half of that quinoa.
Sure.
So this is already cooked. We've
Okay.
taken it and just cooked it in some water until it blooms. It's very easy to make.
I love this.
So again, we're just warming it through. The last thing we're gonna put, one of the last things we're gonna take some of those apples. So these are just diced apples. Put a little bit of acid in them.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take some Marcona almonds,
These are so
really fancy
good.
Spanish almonds. This is the orange blossom honey vinaigrette.
This looks and smells so good, and it's so healthy and sustainable, and you know where your food's coming from, so people can feel good about eating this, you know? I
So we're
love
just gonna
these
take,
things.
just like that.
And this is how you serve it for people.
This is how we serve it. And this dish is available in the restaurant as well. For last minute crunch.
You have another crunch to add?
There we go.
Yes!
Can't have too much crunch.
Shaved almonds, I love
There
it.
you go, cheers.
Thank you so much.
No
Cheers,
problem.
you can share.
How is it?
So freaking good. Thank you so much. I love what you do, and you're a great example to other restaurants in Santa Monica.
Thank
so,
you.
Well done.
Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you. I cannot believe I got to hang out with Chef Ray Garcia and learn about Fig's sustainability practices and why it should be important to everybody. I mean, they're just doing such great things. And guess what? If you spend $25 at Fig at the market, you get this free tote bag. Reusable tote bag. It's made of recycled cotton. It's fair trade. I mean, they just go above and beyond. All right, Greg, what are you up to?
Well, what's up, guys? We are here on Santa Monica Boulevard between 5th and 6th at Seasalt Fish Grill with my new best friend, Jimmy Jang, one of the partners and co-owners of Seasalt Fish Grill. Jimmy, thanks so much for having us.
Thanks for stopping in today.
Take over MTV Crib style into your restaurant. Tell us a little bit about this place. I've been here several times, guys, since they opened recently in early May. I love it. Turn others onto it.
Well, we just opened a little over a month ago, and Seasalt Fish Grill, the idea was that we were going to open up good fresh seafood at an affordable price. I think especially with this type of economy, the way it is, you know, you need to find that.
So tourists, whether you're watching this in the hotel or locals are sitting at home, you got to come out here. It's good stuff. What else I want to say about this that makes it so good is it's not only fresh, but it's sustainable. And that was important for you guys, wasn't it?
That was a big part of it. We've actually partnered up with Aquarium of the Pacific, which is based out of Long Beach. We're part of the Seafood for the Future program, and what that is it's a nonprofit program that's designed to work with the fishermen, work with the vendors, work with the restaurants as partner groups who can help to maintain and make sure that you're providing sustainable seafood in a reasonable way. And by being a part of the program, it's like, I think we can help raise awareness, you know, and I think that, I mean, even with the distributors that we're working with, we try to ensure that they are sourcing responsibly, and it's a big part of that.
One thing that you and I have talked about is it's not necessarily a bad thing if it's farm raised, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have actually a lot of customers who come in, they're asking, like one of the first questions they ask is it wild or is it farmed? I think some people tend to think that farmed is a dirty word, but that's not necessarily the case, because under certain controlled environments, the farmed fish actually can be tastier and actually healthier. It might provide less harmful effects from just being out in the wild. As a restaurateur, you have to be in touch with your distributor and see who they are working with. And then there are certain farms that manage their species a little bit better, so it can be definitely a healthier option. It's not necessarily a bad thing for it to be farmed.
All right, here's the hardest hitting question I'm going to ask you all day. What is your favorite thing here? What fish, if someone's coming in here for the first time, what do they have to try?
A lot of people, you know, the first thing, they're always going to go for the salmon, but my personal preference is always going to be the barramundi. It's a white fish, it's from Australia, and it's farmed, but it's with a farm that manages their stock very well, and it's just amazing flavor. And then we have different seasoning choices, but if you come in, you got to try the barramundi with the soy ginger glaze.
God, he's going straight to my heart right now. He knows that's the one fish that I always get when I come in here. Can we head back in the kitchen, maybe check it out?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Look, the fish is not only amazing here, but it's sustainable. You don't even need any more reasons to come down and check it out. Look, Jimmy knew that I've had the barramundi, so he hooked up the classic fish tacos. It looks unbelievable. I'm gonna take a big old bite, but wait, not before I tell you. www.seasaltfishgrill.com. They're on Santa Monica Boulevard between 5th and 6th. Come check them out, say what's up to Jimmy. And Natalie, stop wearing the same color as me when we shoot these shows, okay? The ocean's alternative to fast food. I like it, it's catchy. It makes it sound healthy too, doesn't it? Who doesn't like some healthy fast food? Guys, think just like Seasalt Fish Grill when you're buying food or you're dining out. Two things, local and sustainable. It helps reduce the carbon footprint big time. And who doesn't like fresh food? It's fresher if it's local and sustainable. All right, I know, I'm sorry. It's your least favorite part of the show. I know it's my least favorite part, but that's it, that's the show. Natalie, super jealous you got to hang out with Ray Garcia and learn from him at the Santa Monica Farmers Market? That's ridiculous. I'm gonna be jealous for a long time. You owe me on that one. Guys, I tell you every time, it's simple, it's easy. Just be green. I'll see you next time.